Hey everybody, this is Jonathan. I want to thank you for checking out my broadcast today. Today is day 16 of my 3-year challenge to break my addiction to food. I was 4 days since I seen you guys, so I'm excited to be back on here today. Um, so what this challenge is that I've chosen to challenge myself because I've allowed my addiction to food to take control over too many choices I've made in the past, and it's gotten me to where I got up to over 500 pounds, and so I just knew it was time for a change, and so I started this challenge here to keep myself focused, give myself goals, and to lose some weight. And so I'm trying to build off of the uh, successes I've had in the past with weight loss. As I've said in the past, all my successes have been followed by massive failure because if they would have been a real success, then I wouldn't be where I'm at today. But I uh, I have lost large amounts of weight a few times in my adult life, and so I've had some experience with the weight loss. The thing that I always fail at is maintaining the weight loss, and so that is why I have chosen to challenge myself not to get to a goal weight because I generally have had pretty good success at hitting a goal weight. If I set my mind to hitting it, I can think of two times in particular where I said if I get to this weight, and then I got on a scale, I was under that weight by a pound or two, and then that was the last I even cared about. I mean, it was a slow transition, but at that moment things changed, and I started gaining weight again, and so I've decided that I need to focus on doing this day to day, not just the weight loss. And so that's why I've chosen to challenge myself to do this for 3 years and not to say, hey, I do have a weight loss goal and it is a lofty goal. It's the lowest weight I would ever remember being on a scale since I was but before I was 15. I've been more than 220 pounds since I was 15 at least. And so uh, there is that goal. But like I said, the overriding challenge is to do this for 3 years or to focus on myself, my health for 3 years. Um, I know not everything I'm going to do over the next 3 years is going to work or going to be right, but I got to just continue on. If it doesn't work, then I have to change what I'm doing to make it work. And that's going to be the focus. Like I said, I'm going to do it one day at a time, and I'm going to do it by achieving goals I put out for myself. And I have some short-term goals. I have some mid-term goals I'm working on, and then I have the overriding long-term goal. Like I said, the 3 years, and then also the 300 pounds. And so like I mentioned, I started this at 519.8. It's been since Thursday that I was on, so it's been like 4 days since I've been on here. And when I weighed in, then I was 474.8 pounds. Again, I just all of a sudden got the burps, which is great, or the hiccups. I mean, so we're gonna pop up today's weigh-in. Let me get this going on my phone here. That should pop up. Oh, I didn't mean to start the video there. I can replay it from the beginning possibly so we can get it again. Gonna restart, but the new weight is 468.6. So that means in the last 4 days, I have lost 6.2 pounds, which is really awesome. It's probably slower than the pace that I had been going at the previous 12 days, but not a problem at all. I mean, there were 2 days in particular last week where I had at least a pound higher weight loss than I expected. And so, 6.2 pounds in 4 days, that's awesome. I mean, I'm not going to complain about any any weight loss at all. I mean, things are going great. I've mentioned in the past that I've done a 30-day fast, and that's why I feel confident in the one that I'm doing now. Definitely more confident than I did the first time. The when I did a 30-day fast before, I lost 60 pounds in that 30 days. So that was about a 2-pound average for weight loss on that. I am doing well over that right now at, I'm over 3 pounds per day right now. I did also start this challenge 60 or 40 pounds heavier than I did when I last fasted and lost the 60 pounds. So I do have more of that weight to lose. But total right now to date, I am down 51.2 pounds. And that's in 15 and a half days. So I'm extremely happy with the weight loss. And even if I decided to start, break my fast today and refeed, I would still be at least 40 pounds down with any kind of whatever happens when you start eating again. And so I'm happy with that. It's put me in a great position, and I feel great overall. And so I might fix this number at the top another day or overnight, because I'm not going to delay us with me messing with that. So yeah, the other thing that I have been tracking is what I have up here called the 1,000,000 calorie challenge. And what that challenge is that it's pretty simple. In the past, I've had success with weight loss, or it's helped me to think about my weight or the excess fat on my body as like a piggy bank. And so if I have 300 extra pounds on my body and each pound is 3,500 calories, then I would have just over 1,000,000 calories of excess fat on my body. And so my goal over the next 3 years is to burn through 1,000,000 of those excess calories. And so with my weight being down 51.2 pounds, that's gonna put me at a total on that of 179,200. So again, that means I'm almost 18% of the way through most of my weight loss challenge. It's about 10 pounds short, but that is pretty awesome to see, being that far only in such a short time. I know it's going to level out, or it's going to even out over time, but it's still good to see those numbers hitting so soon. And really, and I've already talked about it a little bit here, but the fasting, so we're 15 and a half days in. That puts me at 377 hours of fasting because of that daylight savings hour. And so that puts me over halfway. I'm really excited to be getting closer. I'm going to pop up I have the countdown timer. That means I have 14 days, 7 hours to go before I'm done with this November fast. I mentioned a little bit earlier, but this fast so far seems to be going better for me, mostly, like I said, because I have that confidence of doing it before, and I've done 7-day fasts, and I've gone other periods of time, uh, fasting, and so it's really nice. One of the things I was going to talk about, and it's a weird thing, I suppose, but like both times I fasted, it has uh, helped kind of break me of a diet soda uh, binge that I had been on for a long time. And the first time I was drinking Diet Pepsi, and to go through a 6 pack of 20-ounce Diet Pepsis in a day wouldn't have been tough. I mean, probably my favorite line if my wife asked me was, well, there's water in Pepsi, so why do I need to drink just water? Um, and so the first time I fasted, going into it, I was like, well, if I'm fasting, I could probably get away with any 0-calorie drinks, and Diet Pepsi 0-calorie. And within the first few days, like I don't even know if I made it to day 4 before my body was just like, we don't want, if you're not going to have burgers and fries and all this other stuff, we don't want that soda in here too, I guess. So it's been really nice to be broke of those, that Diet Pepsi. And then I never actually started drinking Diet Pepsi again, but I did switch to Diet Mountain Dew. Probably the wasn't quite to the volume of soda that I was drinking previous to the first 30-day fast when I hit this one. But right away, I didn't even really try to drink it into this fast because I knew how my body reacted to the Diet Pepsi. And I guess another part of the reason I'm bringing this up, and it was really weird, was I was driving home and I got real thirsty. And I usually take like a bottle and fill it up with water. I have a small water bottle, but I also have uh, a really big water jug that I got as a gift. That actually, I don't know, like a what are you gonna do today? Fine, fine. But anyways, so when you're driving on the road and that's your only source of water, it's not easy to drink out of. And so, it's something, and the water doesn't come out of the jug great, anyways. But I was able to get just like a sip of water, and it was funny how much that sip kind of satiated any thirst I had, and it got me thinking. Like I said, it's kind of a weird thought, but I feel like maybe I drank wrong. Like I feel like every time I go to drink when I was drinking soda or drink a bottle, I feel like I'm chugging the first, like right away. And I don't know. It's just a weird thought about like it's part of, I think, the need to get as much in my gut as possible or as quick, or if it's just, like there's like, and I guess I would notice it before I started dieting too, in that like, like how am I getting through 6 bottles of soda in a day? Like, some people, that's a lot of fluid. I mean, and now I guess the point of it is that what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get a gallon of water in or close to a gallon, and I have some drinks that have electrolytes and things that requires, you don't want to drink less than what they advise for the water to scoop ratio or whatever. Uh But anyways, I'm finding that I'm having to force myself to drink sometimes, and so I'm not as thirsty as I thought I was going to be. I guess I just didn't pay attention to it last time. I don't know, but it's just interesting that you know I might have just been continuing to drink so much fluid because my body kept wanting water, and I kept saying, "Hey, there's water in this," and my body kept saying, "You're wrong, dude." So, but anyways, like I said, it's just something to think about. Pay attention to how much of it, even if it's diet soda and it's 0 calorie, it's you know there's stuff in it that your body might not like, and I kind of found that's the case for me. See, so yeah. Um, and then moving on here, I guess another tracker I have is the fast food savings account, or the fast food savings account. And what this is this just a way for me to kind of look at uh, the amount of money in the like, because for my addiction, and everybody has different addictions. There's people that eat cake all the time. There's people that eat just regular salt or chips all the time. I eat those things too. Don't get me wrong. But for me, what really kicked off my last big and probably all of my weight gains is just going to a fast food drive-through and ordering. You know, I maybe someday I'll write down what I ate and actually look at the calorie amounts, because I'm sure that there were times that I was eating 4,000 calorie single meals. I mean, yeah, it very high calorie diet with my. Anyways, going on with the fast food, I've spent a lot of money there, and now that I'm not going to fast food, I am saving money, and I had thought it'd be a good idea to track that. And so I just decided that I'd simply just go back to November of last year, look at what I spent in November of last year, and see how much money I'm saving currently if I would have eaten the same volume as I did there. Let's see, looking at it here, since the last time we met, I had two fast food charges. I went to Taco Bell and spent $13.73. And if you go to Taco Bell, you uh, getting to 13.73. It takes a few burritos to get to 13.73 at Taco Bell. And then I had a Hardee's charge, which was 16.46. And actually, Hardee's is probably the opposite. It doesn't take much when you go to Hardee's to get a bill that's 16.46. Well, it does, but their food's more expensive than Taco Bell, is what I'm trying to say. So that brings my new total since the beginning of November to $109.84. Like I said, that actually so far this month, that's like $6 or $7 a day. Looking through the month, November, with the holiday at the end of the month, and we always travel, I'm gonna have food charges, but they're gonna include the whole family, so it's gonna be tough to iron some of those out at the end. But I may look at like October of this past year, probably September, and kind of do that math to kind of give a current total after we get done with the November here, just to kind of put more perspective on how ridiculous the amount of money was that I spent. And so the only other thing I've gone through in the past is the Garmin. Really, I'm not doing a lot of workouts right now, so when I start doing workouts, we will get into the Garmin more. I did look through, and for the past 4 days, my step count was between 3,500 and 4,000. I actually Googled that to see how far that was, and found that that's actually kind of like an average for people. So that surprised me. Uh, for probably average for non-active people, I guess. But So eventually we'll start working on getting some goals to get, bump that up to 6, 8, 10,000. I know 10,000 steps is a real popular goal for people to do in a day. Um, and so after we get through this fast and start getting into a point where I want to, get working out more, then we'll focus more on what that Garmin app has to show there. And then really, the only thing this past, I was gone Friday and, I don't broadcast on the weekends. So, what it was my wife was out of town. So I was watching the kids for the whole weekend. And I was a bit nervous going into it that I was going to be dealing with having to make food for the kids and get stuff ready. And I'm not going to lie, there were a few times where I was either like, oh, I could try, trying to bite of that I would have, I don't know. I know that 16 days into my fast that I can't just grab something and eat it because I don't know how my body is going to react. And so I know I have to be smart about refeeding. So there wasn't like a real huge urge to eat it, but the thought of like 17 days ago, that would have just gotten eaten, or I would have taste tested this thing that way. Um, and so that kind of came up. The only other thing would be, the kids throwing away food, where it would be something where they didn't even try something, or there was, they had two of something and they only ate one. In the past, it would have been really easy to just grab that and eat it. And just, that would be part of the meal that I had was, kids' leftovers. And I think that's probably common for a lot of people with kids. And it's tough to keep, break those habits and to be good about things. But I guess the one thing I do have to say is that, and it doesn't help my food addiction, but I really do like preparing and making food, and it's something where I go to fast food so much, and so that's usually what I eat either for breakfast or lunch, and then I come home and I eat what the family's having, and my wife, she takes care of the cooking a lot of the times. Because by the time I got home, if I were to start cooking, it would be pretty late before we ate. Um, but I just did a couple. I made some things for the kids. Like French toast and hamburgers and things that I really enjoyed making them. I got to say that handling the hamburger though, by the time I was done, like cooking that, I definitely my stomach was like, well, where's mine? I think because I did get pretty hungry by the end of that. I kind of had to walk away for a minute, but I do love preparing food and cooking food. So part of what I think I need to focus on in this is finding a way to do that and to do it healthy, to do it. I don't need to deep fry things to make them taste good, I suppose. But so overall, having the kids the whole weekend was really good. It was definitely having that 40 pounds off of me made me able to interact and do things with them more and to get around more and just to overall, uh, just be a better dad. So yeah, I think I hit the 4:30 here, guys. I really want to thank you for checking out my broadcast. I hope that if you are on a diet, that you have a lot of success with it. I hope that maybe something I said today helps somebody out there, keep them going. I know doing this has helped keep me going because that was part of the project was to to live stream this because in the past I've, hidden that I was on diets, or you go on diet so many times, you don't really tell anybody. And I figure if I live stream, then that's as public as I could be about doing it. Um, so yeah, if you liked my broadcast, if you could hit the like button or the subscribe or any of the good buttons, leave a comment below if you have any suggestions for maybe some early fitness challenges for me to start doing once I start getting into doing the fitness, or if there was anything that you used in the past to help you lose weight, or like I said with my the calorie bank and things like that. Let me know. I do have an Instagram account that I'm still working on getting posts up on when I remember to do them. But it is on Instagram. It is at Fasting. That is FAHSTING. And again, like I said, thanks everybody. And I will be back on tomorrow, and we will see another good weight loss again tomorrow. Everybody have a great day.